everyone. Welcome to our last day of the series, week 3 of Monday Motivation with Michaela. I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe at home. This is pretty much just our last week to wrap up everything that we went over in week 1 and week 2, and then to finish it off on how to achieve those goals of yours. So to look back, week 1, we talked about what your goal is. And so we tried to choose a realistic goal for you specifically. We wanted to focus on that to figure out what your goal is during this quarantine time and to figure out where you're going so that you're not just hanging out at home, not feeling great about yourself, so that you have a set thing to look forward to. So that was week 1. Week 2, we started talking about what your plan is for how to achieve that goal. So we went into 2 things specifically. 1, being consistent with working towards your goal. And then the second thing was not beating yourself up if you mess up on the way. And so remembering from week 2, we talked about why it's important to have a goal right now. And that's because this time is passing no matter what, and your goals are gonna be there no matter what. And it's up to you if you're gonna pursue them or not. And so then with that, being consistent, working towards your goal, continuing to do what needs to be done, even when you don't want to do it, but also not beating yourself up. So if you're struggling, if you don't manage to hit your goal that day, if you don't manage to work towards your goal for a whole week, that's okay. We're not going to beat ourselves up. We're just going to move on and we're going to try again the next day. So that's what we talked about for week 2. So for week 3, our last one, sadly, we're going to talk about what to do in the long run in order to achieve your goals. So you chose your goal already. Your goal was to work out 5 days a week. And so then starting with week 2, we figured out how you're going to do that. You planned on Sunday what workouts you're going to do each 5 days a week. So one day you're going to go running. One day you're going to go on a walk. One day you're going to do an at-home workout. One day you're going to try a HIIT workout. That's what you decided to do. You chose your 5 days. You went for it. Let's say you missed one day. On Wednesday, you were feeling really sore from your run the day before. You ended up not doing a workout. You were unmotivated, whatever. What you did then, instead of being upset with yourself or being mad at yourself or being mean to yourself, you said, that's okay that I messed up. Today it wasn't for me. That's okay. I'm going to try again tomorrow. And so then you went right back to your plan on Thursday and Friday. You kept it up through the weekend. You set a new plan for the next week. That's how it's been moving along. You've been doing your best. You've been doing what's good for you with what you have, where you're at right now. So what's the next step? What do? Let's say you've gone through a week of working out, or you're training for that 5K and you walked or you ran a little bit every day last week. What are your next steps? Where do you go from here? You're 1 week in, you're still kind of motivated. You may be losing that motivation. What are your next steps? So first thing to talk about, motivation versus discipline. So it is so easy to focus on your goals and to do what needs to be done and to go out there and run those 5 miles, or to wake up and go on a walk, or to read the book, or to drink all of your water. It's easy to do that whenever you feel motivated. But what about when you don't feel motivated? Which, especially right now, I feel like is so easy to happen. For me, I normally get up super early every day and I'm feeling so motivated. And this past week, I've done terrible with that. I haven't been waking up as early. I've been wanting to lay in bed longer and not get up right away. I've been hitting snooze. I just haven't been feeling it. I just haven't been motivated. And so what do you do when you're not feeling motivated? Especially right now, it's hard to get motivated. It's scary what's going on outside. It sucks to be stuck in your home and to have to hang out with people all the time, or to have to not be able to actually go to the gym and have to work out at home instead. Those things are hard. What do you do whenever you're not feeling motivated? So this is whenever we go into discipline. And so instead of being motivated, because that comes and goes, it's fleeting. You could be super motivated one day, not motivated at all the next day. We're gonna talk about discipline. And so again, we talked about this a little bit last week. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even if you don't want to. So for me, like I said, this whole week, each morning, haven't been feeling it, haven't gotten up and gone on the walk that I normally go with, or I planned on working out in the morning and then I didn't. So what did I do instead? Instead of just waiting to feel motivated, so waiting and saying like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, maybe I'll be motivated then, or oh, I'll wait, I'll just take this week off, maybe I'll be motivated then. I had messed up, and so I woke up, I messed up, I didn't work out, or I didn't get up in time to go on my walk, or I didn't do what I needed to do. And instead of beating myself up, I said, okay, Michaela, this sucks, but this is what you gotta do now. So instead, at 5 p.m. whenever I got off work, I would go for a run, or I did a workout here at home. It wasn't what I wanted. I had wanted to work out early in the morning after I woke up so then I wouldn't have to do it after work. But instead, because I didn't do that, that's okay. But I used the discipline that I have to make myself do it after work because that's what I had to do. And so for this, for your goal in the future, there are going to be times when you're not feeling motivated. Maybe you're not feeling motivated right now, and that's okay. This is a hard time, but you still need to do what you got to do. So that means that sometimes you have to work out after work, or you have to go do your Zoom class online and then work out. Or if it's super hot and humid outside, you got to go for that run anyways, and you'll be sweaty, but that's okay. You got to do it. And it sucks. Sometimes you don't want to do it at all, and then you'll do the whole thing, and you still won't want to do it. You'll have gone, you went on the run, you came back, and you still didn't want to do it. The entire time, nothing changed. And that sucks, but that's okay, and you just got to realize you won't always feel like that. Sometimes you aren't going to be motivated at all. Once you do the work, you're going to feel amazing. Sometimes you're not motivated, you do the work, you still don't feel good. And that's okay. The whole point is that you are still working towards your goal. That's it. So if you want to run a 5K and you haven't been able to run 1 mile, and it's really bringing you down, you're not as motivated, that's okay. Keep going. Keep doing it. Keep working. That's your goal. Your goal is to run that 5K. Your goal is to run that half marathon. Your goal is to lose 20 pounds or to drink more water or to read 52 books in a year. That's your goal. Why did you make that in the first place? What's your reason behind it? And so that's how I feel personally. That's how I stay disciplined versus motivated, or that's how I get myself to feel motivated in order to do it, is to think about what your why is. So you didn't just come up with this goal for fun. You didn't decide that you're going to drink 100 ounces of water a day just for fun, just because you want to try it out, see what it's like. You didn't decide to sign up for that marathon for fun, just to check it out, see if you can do it. You had a goal for a reason. So if your goal is to run the 5K, what's your reason? Why'd you want to do that? Did you want to just prove to yourself that you can run that 5K? Did you want to get healthier? Did you want to feel more energy? Did you want to get back into running? Try to get back into shape in whatever way? You just wanted to get outside, and this is a reason to do it. No matter what your goal is, you have a reason why. And that's what you need to think about. And so even if that means that you wake up in the morning, you don't want to work out, you're not motivated, you don't want to go for that run, and you go and do it anyways, guess what? Even if you loved it or if you hated it, either way, you're one step closer to hitting that goal. So if you went, you hated it the whole time, but you went for the run anyways, and you did it, and you come back, you're still in a bad mood, you still hated it, that's okay because you still did it, which is the whole point of discipline. It's doing what you have to do even when you don't want to. So if you're gonna run a 5K in 3 months' time, you gotta get out there and start running. And even if you don't want to, you gotta go do it anyways. And that's the whole point. And so for this, week 3, we're talking about discipline versus motivation. So doing what needs to be done, even when you don't want to do it, even when you're not motivated and you're not pumped and you're not excited, doing it anyways, because that's your goal. That's what you want. You're going to work towards it. And either way, this week's going to go by, this month, the next 2 months, they're going to go by, and you could either be 2 months closer to your goal, or you could hang out on the couch for the next 2 months. That's okay too, but know that you could have been working towards your goal this whole time. So whenever you wake up, or whenever you're about to go do a workout, or whenever you're about to drink the water, or read the book, or whatever you need to do, and you're not feeling motivated, remember that that's okay. We're not gonna feel motivated every day. It will come back eventually. Eventually you will feel motivated again to do that, but right now, that's okay, but you're gonna do it anyways. Do it anyways. Do the work, push through, keep going. Eventually, you'll get motivated again. Or eventually, it'll become a habit where you don't even question getting up out of bed and going for a run, or drinking a cup of water before each meal. You won't even question anymore because you're so used to it, because it's a habit now, which is the goal overall, is that you want to be so disciplined that what you do, your actions, become your habits, and you just do those naturally. Instead of waking up and going on your phone, you get up and you do some stretches. Or instead of hanging out in your pajamas all day, you wake up and you change clothes. Even if it's into another pair of sweatpants, you change clothes so that you're not wearing your pajamas all day. Your discipline and what you do and what you choose to do every day is so important. And so if you mess up, remember, like we talked about last week, that's okay. You got to forgive yourself. You got to move on. You got to take the next step, and you're going to do it better tomorrow. That's the whole point, is that you're going to take every single day from now until you've reached your goal, and you're just going to work towards it. So even if that means one day you missed everything, you didn't drink the water, you didn't do the workout, you didn't talk to your friends, you stayed in pajamas all day, that's okay. Do it tomorrow. Do it the next day. Keep going. If you mess up, that's okay. Forgive yourself and get right back on it. Keep going. Keep working every day. The months are going to go by anyways. The days are going to go by anyways. The weeks are going to go by anyways. It is up to you on what you do every day with what you have right now, how you're going to reach that goal and what you're going to do to get there. So if you're motivated, awesome. That'll be way easier for you. You're just going to work towards it. If you're not, that's okay too. Work towards it anyways. Do it anyways, even if you hate it. Because at the end, you're not going to look back after you've ran that half marathon and think, wow, I wish I wouldn't have woken up and gone for that run. I wish I would have eaten worse. Wish I would have eaten those donuts instead of eating that salad. You're not going to think that. You're going to look back. You're barely going to remember the times you didn't want to do it. And you're going to be so proud of yourself for pushing yourself through, for pushing as hard as you can to get to that goal. You're going to be so proud of yourself that you did it. You're not going to look back and remember the times you didn't want to do it. You're going to look back and remember how much effort you put in and how much work you put in, how much time and your thought, and you're going to think about all of those things, and you're going to be so proud of yourself for pushing through and for getting there and for doing it. So this is my last Monday motivation with Michaela. That's really what I want to give to you guys. Overall recap of what we've learned. Make a goal. This goal has to be for you, has to be realistic. It's okay if that goal doesn't make sense to anyone else. This is about you. So you're going to make a goal. Step 2, you're going to set a plan. How are you going to achieve that goal? What are your realistic steps that you need to take in order to get there? How are you going to keep going? How are you going to be consistent with it? Make sure that your consistency compounds. You need to keep being consistent over and over and over again until it becomes a habit. And then if you mess up, what are you going to do? You're going to say it's okay. You're going to take care of yourself, and you're going to apologize to yourself and forgive yourself and know that it's okay if you mess up. That's totally fine. And then step 3, like we talked about today, discipline versus motivation. You're not always going to be motivated, but it is up to you if you want to be disciplined and if you want to work towards your goal even when you don't want to. And so I'm telling you today, choose it. Choose your goal. Choose to work towards it, because in 3 months, it's not going to matter if you hung out and watched Netflix every day and binged those shows on Hulu or watched all the Disney Plus movies if you didn't work towards your goal at all. You're not going to be happy that you relaxed for the past 3 months every day, all day, whenever you know you could have been working towards your goals. Versus in 3 months, if you have worked hard towards your goals and you hit that goal, or even if you come close to hitting that goal, you're going to be so proud of yourself. And you're going to know that it was worth it no matter what you went through. Thank you guys all so much for watching this 3-week series of Motivation Monday with Michaela. I think I say it different every week, but that's okay. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me via email. I'll always respond back to you. We can always talk about your goals. We can have a Zoom meeting about it, or we can just talk via email, or we can talk on the phone. I am always here to hear what your goals are, what your steps are to achieve them, how you're being consistent, how you're forgiving yourself, and how you're going to work on gaining that discipline in order to either feel motivated or in order just to get through it whenever you're not feeling motivated, because that's okay too. Remember, the whole point of this is that you're making a goal for you, one that makes sense to you, that is specific for you, that you are able to do, that's realistic, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. This is about you. No one's going to care about your goals or your dreams as much as you will. I hope you guys have such a great week, and I hope you're all staying safe at home. I miss you here. Have a great day, guys.